Steve Siebold back with mentaltoughnessblog.com. So, what do you expect? In other words, what do you expect for your life? At what level are your current expectations? Now, obviously, most people don't expect much. And if you just want to live an average life, nothing wrong with that. You can be happy living an average life. Lots of people are. Most people are. I think that are happy, are living average lives. But what if you want to play big? If you're watching this blog, Mental Toughness Blog, you probably are looking for an edge. That's typically what people that seek out the topic of mental toughness are looking for. They're looking for an edge so that all things being equal in their business or their career or their sport, they're looking for a way to get a little bit ahead, just with a little bit of an edge. And raising your expectations is one of the key ways to do it, because very few people expect a lot from their life. And it's just a matter of choosing it. In other words, it really is that simple. You just have to choose to expect more than you're currently expecting. It's all a program. The mind is basically an emotional machine. It doesn't think as logically as we'd like, but it does think very emotionally, which means it can be programmed like a computer. Look at the crazy things that are happening in the world in 2020. Look at all the crazy conspiracy theories and belief systems. People are believing things that if you read a science fiction book about this 5 years ago, people would laugh. And why is that? Are people just dumb? No, they're not. They're programmed. They're brainwashed. That's really what it is. They're brainwashed either by the media or by other people or by a cult leader or anything. And people are very susceptible to brainwashing. And most people are followers, not leaders. So they just follow a strong leader, or a leader with the loudest voice is really a better way to say it. And they just follow blindly, like robots. And so that's the negative side of being able to program your mind machine. But the positive side is if you choose something like to say, you know what, I'm going to expect to have the life I feel like I desire and I deserve for me and my family, let's say. I'm going to expect that life. I'm going to expect nothing less. You might be very surprised that behavior follows belief. And if you program yourself to expect something through self-talk, through lots of other ways, you may just very well change your behavior. See, all you really have to do in life, if you really want to know how you're doing behavior-wise, beliefs-wise, expectations-wise, and all the other psychological things that are sort of mental toughness tools, as I call them, or psychological tools, all you have to do is look at your results. And then ask yourself, am I happy with my results? If you're really happy, then your behaviors are most likely at a very high level, or your expectations are very, very low. Now, many psychologists, many psychologists, I've worked with hundreds of psychologists all over the world selling their research to major corporations for the last 23 years. So I've worked with lots of them, very smart people. But many of them will tell you the best strategy for happiness is to lower your expectations. Why? So you won't be disappointed when you don't get what you really want. As a strategy for happiness, if you want to live an average life, they're probably right. As a strategy for high performance, this is the death knell. Of course, you have to raise your expectations. Now, it comes with a risk. The risk is you're going to be disappointed if you don't get what you want. Here's a way to make sure that doesn't happen. Change your behaviors, change your beliefs, change your expectations, and then get what you really want. Why not? We've all got one life here. Okay, there may be other lives or an afterlife or all these grandiose things that people come up with in books and in philosophy and all that. I don't know, no more than you do. But I wouldn't bet on it because there's no proof. That's critical thinking 101. You go by proof. That doesn't mean it's not there. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Doesn't mean I'm right. Just means there's no proof. So that being said, the only gamble worth taking is betting that this is the only life you're going to get. If you get a bonus, great. Be fantastic. I'll go for the bonus just like you would. but I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't gamble on it. I'd gamble on the idea that this is it. This is your shot. This is my shot. This is all of our shot. Why not raise your level of expectation and go for what you really want? I'll tell you what, I learned this a long time ago in psychology, probably 35 years ago, and I raised my level of expectations and it changed my life. And I've gotten every single thing I've probably ever wanted in my life and more. And lots of people have done that. And they're just regular people like you and I, but they change some of these little psychological beliefs like expectations. Bottom line, what do you got to lose by giving it a try? Raise your level of expectation. Start expecting more from yourself and from your results and see what happens. Thanks for watching the blog. See you next time.